My beginnings of freeing my mind came when I realized that I was everything. It's quite difficult to free yourself at first, and it's a daily practice. I realized this is because we have an idea that life has to be right or wrong. Because of this, we create an obstacle due to our beliefs, which is never freeing. But the more you think about this idea of being right or wrong, the more it becomes laughable. I then remember asking myself, doesn't everything have the right to exist? After all, it all does exist. Of course, this question stirs the pot. But if we truly thought that way, I ask myself, will that solve our fears and our conflicts? Conflict within ourselves, conflict within the world. I believe it could. In fact, I believe it will. So I present to you a world of oneness, a world of pure consciousness, a world that is love. All right, collective consciousness, I got one question for you. Would you rather live in fear or live in love? The choice is completely yours because you are the magician. You are the one that gives everything meaning in life. Everything in life is neutral until you give it meaning. Now, I'll make this very clear. If you are a person that likes to live in denial, this video ain't for you. I'm just telling you that right now. This video is for those that wants to take responsibility of their own life and that wants to free their mind. That's what this video is all about, and that's what I'm going to help you with, okay? So we are going to go over 3 different numbers. These numbers came from the Solfeggio frequencies. If you're interested in the whole entire thing, all 9 sets, I do have a video link below for you. With that being said, let's get it going. So, fear or love, that is your choice, and it is your responsibility to balance the scale. Because you are the one that is the magician. This is your choice. So now we're going to go over 3 different numbers. And these 3 numbers is going to help you. Number 2, number 5, and number 8. So number 2 is 285 hertz. 5 is 528 hertz. 8 is 852 hertz. You're going to find out that the key to all of this is number 5. Because number 5, that's where the magic lies. But before we get to the magic, we need to identify something. We need to identify the obstacle that you have created for yourself. How do we know that you're going to have an obstacle or that you're dealing with one? By physical pain. So if your left leg hurts from the foot all the way up to the hip, That means you have an issue with your inner world. Negativity, fear, limitations. That's what fear represents. If you have an issue with your right foot, all the way up to your hip, that means you have an issue with your outer world. What you're going to find out, though, is you never really have an issue with your outer world. It is just a reflection of your own consciousness, because you can only experience yourself. There's nothing else to experience, collective. So you have to identify the fear that you're at. I'll give you a simple example, because everyone is going to be completely different. Only you know what's inside of you. Let's say I'm working on a project and I realize, you know what, I'm not very good at this. I suck. I don't think I can do this. Right there. I've created an obstacle for myself. This fear of I'm not good enough. That would be my left leg will bother me then. To flip it around though, let's say you were working with someone on a project. And let's say they did something you didn't like. They said something you didn't like. Your left leg will bother you. I mean, your right leg. The right foot all the way up to the hip. There needs to be a death of this fear that you're dealing with. But let me ask you a question. Do you really have an issue with that person, or is it within yourself? Now remember, I told you this ain't for people that want to live in denial. If you want to point the finger at the world, this video is not for you. What I'm trying to present to you is you can only experience yourself. So if you can only experience yourself, who are you really judging? That will be for the people that right side of their body hurts, especially if it's chronic. If it's chronic, that's actually much easier for you to deal with, because whatever's going on in your mind, however you feel, the only thing you got to do is identify what you're feeling towards someone or something. So that's what 285 hertz represents. 528 hertz, as I said, is the magic. It is the one or the frequency that dictates if you're going to experience fear or love. But really, it's all about love. That's what number 5 represents. And once we get through number 5, well, what will happen to you if you have physical pain with number 5? Your lower back will hurt, or your stomach will hurt. It simply means that you have not found the way to overcome this obstacle that you're dealing with. But once you see the possibility, now you can move on from this obstacle and you can go to the magic. And how would you know this? Well, you know this by the thing that brings you joy. You know this by the thing that pulls you. Don't be afraid. Don't allow this obstacle to overcome you. There's a reason why you was working on that project. Again, that's just an example. But there was a reason why you were working on that project. Because it was going to bring you fear. Bring you joy. And then all of a sudden you let this fear overtake you. Don't do that, people. Don't do that to yourself. So what does 852 hertz represent? That represents you waiting and balancing. What are you waiting and balancing? The magic. That's what you're waiting and balancing. Well, what's the magic? Right here. That's the magic. You see, you're already magicians. It doesn't matter which direction you go. You want to live in fear? You can live like that. You want to live in love? You can live like that too. Because fear just simply means limitations, where love will represent the potentiality, the possibility. What would happen if you have issues up here? Let's see, my marker is going out on me. What would happen if you have issues up here? What we call this could be the third eye chakra to those that understand chakras, but you're going to start forming headaches behind your ears or your temple area. So what does that look like? Well, why is that? That is because you have identified the fear or the obstacle in front of you. You will even identify the potentiality of which direction you would like to go. But you still refuse to transmute that fear into love. For whatever reason, you're still afraid, even though you have identified the very thing that will bring you joy in life. That is so sad, isn't it, people? That we can choose whatever we want to be, and we still prefer to live right here. What a shame. Now, I gave you one simple example, but this could be anything in life. I'll make a joke of this. It's true, but I'm making a joke out of it. So my ex told me I didn't eat right. Now, was she experiencing herself, or was she experiencing me? She's the one that created the obstacle. She's the one that gave it meaning. Now I'm going to pick on myself now. I'll come home and be pissed off that the house isn't clean. Was I experiencing her, or was I experiencing me? Because the house better be clean. Who said it had to be clean? I said it had to be clean. Are you understanding, people, that you give everything meaning? So when you're afraid of something, when you create that obstacle, you did it yourself. Turn to the magic. Turn to the possibilities of all things, which is love. And let me make this very clear. The purpose of this video was for one reason, and one reason only. Because I wanted you to see, collective, you are all things.